If you want to see me create a monochromatic look today, then stick around. Hi there, it's Hélène and welcome back, or if it's your first time, welcome to HMM Makeup or Makeup. Today is a day because I'm doing something on camera that I have never done before. And it's inspired by a recent video that I produced, which was to do a full face using the products that were provided in the mystery box from Juvia's Place, which was around Halloween time. And I did the look. I really enjoyed the look, but there was a specific product in that look that I have unexpectedly fallen in love with, and let me show you what that product is. Believe it or not, it is this Dudu, that's the name, this Dudu liquid lipstick that is pitch black. If you have not seen the video of that mystery box try on, I will put it right there for you. All right, so here is exactly what it looks like, and it's a matte. You can see on the bottom of the tube that it says definitely it is a matte liquid lip. I completely agree with that. And let me just give you a swatch. It's the blackest black of a lipstick that I have ever found. And its lasting power was very notable. Let's just say that much. Really, really a neat color. And ever since, now it hasn't been very long, but ever since I applied that lipstick, I have been thinking about it, and I was so surprised when I applied it. I even made a comment during the video going, that is really an attractive color, and I don't think that we would necessarily think that, especially for someone who is not all that far from fair. I'm not, I don't have a deeper skin tone, and so I never thought that I would pull this color off so well. So I want to play with this color. I want to apply it again to my lips. Right now I have the Bobby Dazzle from Urban Decay. It's kind of a really neat lipstick. Let me find it for you. Here it is. So it's a metallized lipstick from Urban Decay. I really like this Bobby Dazzle. It's my second one. I lost my first one when I was traveling for a conference, and I got home and I just could not get over it. I needed the Bobby Dazzle back. And all it is it's like your lips but better. It has the longevity of an Urban Decay lipstick, but it really feels like a lip gloss. It's kind of a hybrid. I really like it. My lips but better, in my opinion. And so anyway, I have that on, but I will be trading it shortly for this Dudu. I don't know if it's Dudu or Dudu. I'm not sure which way to pronounce it, but it's a new favorite in my collection for sure. So let's do that, and then I'm going to show you my game plan and the palettes I intend to use to create a monochromatic look. Okay, I have the lipstick here. Let me just put it on. I'm going to use a mirror from a palette that you will soon see. And quite a bit comes onto the wand, but it's not as scary to apply as I thought it would be the first time. Let's see if I'm going to mess it up. I will not talk because I almost messed it up in the last video by talking too much. So let me just apply it for you right now. Okay, it was a little bit more complicated than the first time. And I have, you see that? I have some on my teeth. And in order to make sure that doesn't keep happening, I'm going to do the index trick. And whatever's on my finger would have ended up on my teeth. And it's going to set, it should look better. And with a black lipstick or a really deep color lipstick that contrasts with your skin, it's not unusual for there to be some loss of color throughout, as if you're going to talk a lot, which I'm going to during this video. So you want to just, when you first applied the lipstick, you want to check it for the first 5 minutes or so as it dries down. And something's bugging me here, so I'm just going to take it out again. It's not quite straight on that side, so let me just see if I can fix it up a little bit without messing up. Okay, well, we're going to go with that because I'm not going to fix it throughout the whole video. So if you need something absolutely symmetrical, my apologies. It's as good as I'm going to get it today. Now let's talk about the palettes I'm going to be using. I did the swatches pre-filming so that I could show you right away. So the first two here are from the first palette that I'm going to use. This is more like a topper, and this is a nice kind of bullet black, gunmetal black, I should say. It looks pretty good, so let me show you what those are. And they come from the Provocateur palette from NARS. It's a palette that I really enjoyed the color story of, and it's more neutral than what I normally go for, but I really like the curation of the colors. And the couple of shadows that I have swatched for you are this one and this one. So these are the two. Oh, is that right? No, pardon me. I thought that was wrong. This one and this one. So this one's kind of like a topper, and this one is that gunmetal gray that I showed you. So those are the two from the NARS Provocateur. Next, I have a black that is not quite super black from the Jouer palette that is called, what is it called? Essential Matte and Shimmer Eyeshadow Palette. It looks like this. It's a kind of a leopard print on the top, on the front, and this black color right here. It is a matte, but it's not as deep of a black as the next matte I'm going to show you. So this is the one right here. The Jouer black is that one right here. The next one, which is this one, may surprise you as far as which palette it's from. It's not a company that I would say is known for its deep, deep pigmentation. And it's this one, Punk, right here. It is a very, very nice black. And in the pan, it looks more gray, but when you apply it, I think you'll agree, it is very deep as a black. I think it does a great job. Now, that is not the last of it. I also have these two colors, which came from the palette that I used, the Festival palette, during the Mystery Box try-on. And this one is mine. I did not use the new palette that I was sent. I'm going to be giving that away to a friend. But I have two colors in here. I have this one and this one swatched, and they are the last two on my hand. So those are the eyeshadows that I'm going to use today on my eyes and face to create the monochromatic look that I'm thinking about. I have the taupe color out of my Pan That palette. I can put the latest update to the Pan That palette right here for you, but I'm not going to open this up because I don't want to do any spoilers. I've used quite a bit of it. So the taupe color is in the crease and just kind of all over, lightly dusted. I do have a highlighter on my brow bone, but that is the Cover FX Moonlight Cream highlighter that I have in the Partners in Cream project right now. I'll put the latest Partners in Cream project update here. There's one coming up in just a handful of days. I also used the Urban Decay brow beater in taupe, and wanted to do my brows, even though I just decided not to go monochromatic with the brows because I do have brown hair. I'm not going to dye my hair black. So I just thought I would go with a pencil that would go with my eyebrow color and call it a day. One thing I will do though is that I have not set my brows. I will do that right now. That way they're not going all over the place. It looks like I've got some cleanup to do with the pencil anyway, so I'll fix that on camera with you as well. Okay. Not a whole lot to do, but I had a bit of a bald spot there. And that's never good. You want them to be uniform, right? Okay, so to start, I want to go in to the Jouer palette, to the licorice color. And just a reminder of what that is. It's this one down here. Because it is the one color that is the lightest of all the blacks that I have, and I'm going to pick a fluffy brush to start. And this is the fluffy brush that I'm going to use. And I'm just going to go into the black and just give myself a little bit of a base for the look. Just patting it on to begin with. And then I'm going to do windshield wiper motions in a minute. I'll do one eye and hopefully be able to replicate it on the other side. And if there's fallout, I will deal with it off camera when I'm done. Wow, that is pretty good for the first dip, isn't it? Okay, I want a little bit more control. I'm going to just continue on in the crease, but I'm not going to pick up more product, because in order to add more product, I want to have a more precise tool than this one. But it is giving me that smoky eye vibe already, which is good. Okay, I like the way that it's looking. I do want to go with this angled brush and bring the black down about 2/3 on the lower lash line. I'm using the same black as I did from the Tarteist Pro palette from Tarte. Oh, that did a great job. Wow, that was effortless. Look at that, right? I really like that. That was so quick. Just, it felt like one swipe and I had it done. So I'm just going to get rid of some fallout. I like this brush to do that because I can get precise under the eye or go wide. It's a great brush. I don't know that Smashbox has it on offer anymore, but if you can find it, it's the angled powder brush. It is a lovely style of brush to go precise or do a whole sweep. Okay, I'm enjoying this, and what do I want to do next? I think I'm going to deepen up the outer lid with a deeper black. So I'm going to go to that more intense black, which is the next one over from the Tarte black. Now I do want to intensify the black. Now I did go from the very light Jouer black to the Tarteist black, and I think that I can still use the Tarteist black because it is a deeper black to intensify the color on the outer lid. And I'm not going to go too crazy. I'm going to use still a bit of a fluffy brush, but a flatter fluffy brush to go into that Tarte black called Punk. I did load the brush quite a bit actually. I'm just going to stamp it on to begin with. And just see how black it is. It's quite black. So I'm positioning it, and I'm probably going to go back to that fluffy brush and try to diffuse the color a little bit. Is that not turning out kind of nice? I'm liking it. I'm liking it. Back to the fluffy brush, just to soften up the edges a little bit. Yeah, that's really nice. Still am I losing a bunch of eyelashes or what? I want to take a more precise brush and bring that black down all the way down. The same Tarteist black in Punk, but with a basically a precise smudger brush from Smashbox. And it's this little guy. It's very tiny. but it does a great job. And again, going into that punk color. That's a great name. I'm going to go along the lash line. I think I've said this to you and to myself at least 3 times today, that I really like this, the name of this color, and as well as the shadow itself. Okay, I think that looks really good. And that lash does not want to budge. Just going to clean that off a little bit and take a clean brush and just clean this up here. I think this brush may do the trick. If not, I'll use a more precise brush. Okay, just need to use a couple of different things here to make sure that it's softened up and looking the way I want it to look. Okay, I think this is good. Now I do want to use the silver that is down here, which is from the Juvia's Place palette. I want to use the silver up on the brow bone, so let's do that right now. And if you'll recall, this is the silver. It looks white, but it kind of comes out silver on the skin. And I'm going to use this style of a brush. Doesn't help with the black background, does it? This style of a brush. It's from Smashbox, but you can really use any brand for this style of brush. They're all over the place. So again, Yuli from Juvia's Place is that kind of a white color that I'm going to use for the brow bone. And it is very showy. Wow. I'm gonna have to tame an eyebrow here. Eyebrow hair here. Okay, I'm liking that. Good stuff. What else do I want to do? I think that on the outer lid, I want to use Kiliki, I think it is, this one from Juvia's Place. Again, I think it's a beautiful gunmetal color, this big one right here, and I think it's going to be tacky enough. It's going to stay really well on the lid. So I'm going to just use my finger and go right into Kiliki and press it on top of that Tarteist color. That was just so easy to do. Really easy to do. I think I'm going to go all the way in with Kiliki, and I'm going to use the topper over top of that color. That's the topper that was in, I believe, the NARS palette. I might go in with a more precise brush to make sure that I have the color right where I want it. And for that, I'm going to use my trusty multitasker brush from Smashbox again. I have a lot of Smashbox brushes, even though they don't make them anymore, but I don't see why I wouldn't keep using something that I've purchased. A really big fluffy black, one that I used to do the black in the crease at the very beginning, that's actually a BH Cosmetics brush, and it's, I think, $3 on sale. It's really inexpensive, and I'm talking Canadian, $3 Canadian. It's a great value. Okay, so now I've got the really deep color going, and I want to do a topper, and I think the topper I'm going to use is that very, very first color I showed you at the very beginning. And there's some beige in it, but I think that because it's a grayish black background, that it's not going to be a problem. It actually, yeah, it should look, just fine. So we're going to give it a shot and see what happens. Taking off a little fluff on my brush. I just cleaned off most of what was on my multitasker brush so I can go into that color we were just talking about. And so let's see how it works right on the inner lid. I like this color a lot when I use it for edgy, but not as edgy as this type of looks. So I think I'm going to really enjoy the resulting look with this as a topper. So let's keep going. Just going in with my finger. It is a one of the shadows that does get some hard pan in the Provocateur palette. I think that looks good. I just need to clean up the bottom inner corner there, but it did give me that kind of a metallic look that I was looking for. Okay, yeah, I did some cleanup just in the corner here, and I just had some fallout, no big deal. What I'm going to do is recreate this on the other side, fix my concealer underneath the eye, and after I'm done both sides, and then I'll come back on camera and we can do the liner and mascara and see if we want to do any kind of shading on the just under the cheekbone, because again that would add to the monochromatic look. I did not put blush on today specifically because I wanted to have as much of a neutral face without looking dead and warmed up for you. So yeah, let's do that and I'll come back for the finishing touches. Okay, here we are. What is left is liner and mascara, and I think that we will be, oh, maybe not. I think I want to do a little something here to just kind of deepen up under the cheekbone. Not quite sure yet what it is that I'm going to use, but we can definitely finish up the eye look. So let's do that right away. I am going to use three things. I'm going to reapply this Urban Decay Legend, which is a waterline pencil. Actually, I'm probably going to do four things. So I'm just going to deepen the upper waterline. If you're sheepish or squeamish, whatever it is, squeamish I guess the word is, please look away. Okay, so that was that. And I'm going to wait, but I'm going to apply this white liner, I think. Should I do that? I was doing it at the, oh, I've got some flakes here. I was going to do that at the beginning, but I'm really liking how deep the lower liner is. And I don't think I want to whiten and then have the deep black. So I'm going to pass on that. Instead, I'm going to move to the liquid liner, which is the Rimmel, I think. Yeah, Rimmel Precise, Color Precise eyeliner that's supposed to be 24 hours in 001 black. And I need a mirror. I'm going to use the NARS Provocateur mirror. And can we just get a second? This was 2 years ago or 3 years ago? I think it was 2019. The holiday packaging that year was the bomb. I mean, for someone who used to have a motorcycle, I like anything that's kind of raw and edgy that way. And wow, I just love that packaging. And I think I bought this palette the big reason I bought that palette was because the packaging was so amazing. And I bought the Hot Tryst. Anybody remember that? The Hot Tryst face palette as well. It was the same kind of studded look, but it was metallic silver as opposed to black. Okay, so it's really hard to see the liner because the metallic shadow is so deep. I almost didn't need any upper lash line liner. I think it's almost overkill, but it's done. And let's go to mascara. And for the mascara, I have chosen the Lash Brag from Anastasia Beverly Hills. I'm going to use the same palette for the mirror. And I do like the brush on this mascara. It's not my favorite mascara, but it is a very decent brush, and I quite enjoy the resulting effect of using that mascara. If you want to know my favorites, I'm going to say that the Lash Brag is up there. Not Lash Brag, this is the Lash Brag. The Lash Freak from Urban Decay is up there. It's in that chartreuse colored packaging, that green tube. I really like that one. The full size is it's beautiful tube. Not that you should buy mascara for the packaging, but it's really quite pretty. And so that one, and Monsieur Big is another one that I really like from Lancôme. And this one came out after Monsieur Big, I believe, and it is not a bad mascara. And it comes often, a mini comes with kits from ABH. So if you are wanting to try a new mascara, you can often get it at a good discount from ABH or through the kits through Sephora, I guess. But the ABH site has some sales now and again that definitely are better than what you can get at a major retailer, major makeup retailer. Okay, I think given the look, I'm going to go twice over, just because wild look, wild lashes, right? And this mascara is it's not drying out, but it's definitely not applying as much as when I first started using it. And I mean, mascaras do dry out at some point. I do keep mine, whatever active mascaras I have, I do keep them in a glass jar that I can seal. And they're repurposed candle jars, actually. And it makes a big difference in the longevity of a mascara. My mascaras don't dry out like they used to now that I put them in a jar. It's a clear jar, so I can very easily see which mascara I'm going for, and it's one of the best things that I've ever done as far as makeup storage, I guess. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I have a few other videos I think it looks pretty good. You tell me. I have a few other videos to film, so that means I don't want to do anything to my lips that would possibly have a bunch of product move around, because I can talk quite a bit in my videos. If I were ready to do a photo shoot right now and stop talking, I would probably go with this one. I would add this Art Deco Holo lip gloss. I did that in the first video where I sported this lip. It shows blue on the black lipstick. Actually, I can show you on this swatch here that I did earlier in the video. It's so neat on the black lipstick. And so to put it just on the center of the lip is so neat. So this is what it looks like. Isn't that neat? So it just kind of accents the black lipstick, so it just kind of shines blue. I really, really enjoy that kind of effect. And it doesn't seem to, the black of the lipstick, the liquid lipstick, doesn't seem to transfer too much, so that this, they call it holographic tricolor is what I would call it, lip gloss from Art Deco. It's just a really nice effect, and I was really quite pleased to find that kind of combo the first time that I kind of did a similar lip look. I think I have everything that I need to do. The only other thing that I'm going to do is put setting spray on, because I'm going to have this look on for a while. Well, that is it. This is the final look. I'm really happy with how it turned out. It is definitely going to be a good look for my purposes. After this video, I am planning on doing some black and white and other types of photography, and I think that that's going to work well with me for the lighting and the finishes that I think I'm going to end up having. I really enjoyed using this Provocateur palette from NARS. It's an oldie but a goodie, and I'm quite happy to have brought it back out. I'm also happy to know that the black in the Jouer palette that is called, again, the Essential Matte and Shimmer Eyeshadow Palette is one that is very easy to blend out. Once again, it's this black at the bottom here. I wasn't sure, but the swatch told me that it should be easy to blend, and it really was easy to blend in the crease, so I'm really happy about that. And just a reminder for all of us who have the Tarteist Pro still have it, that black is nothing to, what's the expression, turn your nose at, because it has a really fair amount of black. It looks great. And I had to go get this last one, this Juvia's Place palette, the couple of sticky shadows that I used, this Kaliki down here, and Uni, is it called? Yeah, Uli up here, really finished up the look. This was on the brow bone, and this one was is the one that I used on the outer lid that I ended up going all the way in with because it's just beautiful. And let's not forget, in the NARS palette that I also have the topper, which I put on most of the lid, but with a concentration of that kind of silver look on the inner lid. I'm really happy with all of these palettes. I think that they did a great job. They were what I remembered them to be, and I think that that's one thing that is nice to do, and I'm glad I reminded myself of it, is to go and play in my collection and find the best of something for the purpose that I am thinking of. It doesn't mean you have to look at every palette you have, well, whether it's 20 or 200, doesn't matter. It's just one of those rediscovering your collection over and over and over again. And I did a little bit of that today, and not that I'm going to do this look on a regular basis, but I'm better informed yet again of the shadows that I have at my disposal and the types of looks and the types of feel for what it is that I have. I'm very grateful for the ability to play, and even more grateful, of course, to be able to share it with you. I will leave it at that, and I will say thank you so much for watching. It is a pleasure to produce this content for you every single time, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. But for now, take care.